Good morning. It's Ross Bailey here. Oh, whoops, and I've got the wrong scene here. Oh, look, that's all right. I'll bring that up again in a minute. Yeah, Ross Bailey, Psychic Medium. It's Sunday, the 23rd of May, 2021. I was just trying to sort out some of the screen because I realised I was a bit. Oh, it's a Sunday morning. I'm feeling cool and relaxed, and I have slept in. So, good morning, Steph. Lovely to see you here. And I was just checking to see whether any of my other stuff was live. I was hoping I was on Twitch because I set that up after I'd started the live, and I was going to actually change it around a bit. So technically it looks like I'm supposed to be on Periscope, which is Twitter, and Facebook, my page, which I haven't got Facebook up, as in my, anyway, I'm going to just have a quick look and then we'll get into the card reading, because what I've got this morning is just a different layout. At least I'm on YouTube. Hi, Christina. And we've got Kathy. Good morning, Kathy. And this is the ones I'm bringing up from the stream in BeLive, the back end part of the program that I've got there. And why didn't that one show? Interesting. Yes, great. I had a busy day yesterday, so I actually did end up doing the mowing and finish the washing off, folding, all that sort of stuff that we do. And yes, it's looking like I'm online with Twitch. So I'm just going to go over to my channel there and see if it's got go live. It's saying I am live. That's good. It is. And it looks a bit weird, so I'll just turn that off now. I just wanted to verify that's where I was. Okay, so I don't have to have that going as such. Now, I do want to monitor my Time TV live in the background, purely because I've been having some issues with trolls. And I want to keep that clean. I want to keep that relative to there. So I know most people do understand what a troll is, and they do know how to actually handle them, as in a right click or a right tap on the name, and you report them, and then you ban them and you delete them, or whatever you need to do at your end. So that's really what needs to be done. Oh, there's something there happening. Anyway, that was my Twitch clicking in. Wow, it takes a bit of time, doesn't it, with all this stuff? Now, I'll get over to that and we'll switch around so you can see the cards. Right, what I've got is the other side of the Curiosity Tea cards, matte, to put them on, because this dark colour didn't actually suit seeing that against the, this dark maroon fabric that I've got here. So I did need to actually modify that. And what we're going to do is read them in this way, because there's not any Lenormand decks in this one. What I felt I would do is just do the four corners like that. And I had them at that angle, and then I pulled out what was this from this deck of Leanne and Deb's. That's the Inner Soul Guidance Oracle. So that's the one that I've pulled this card from. And it's actually, good morning, Manda. I'll just pull you up there so you're on the profile. Or anyway, it doesn't matter where you are, you're watching, thank you. And here we are with the wheat card. Now, as you can tell, this actually did go over top of these. I spread out these a little better because they're such a tiny card against this really big one. It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? But it's that overarching energy of the wheat that we've got for our day to day. And it's time to actually plant the seeds for your growth. And this is what's the wording, of course. Sow the seeds you wish to reap, and you'll gain from the harvest. And this is the overarching energy of the day over these other four Curiosity Tea cards. So the energy, they were a bit more like that, so that was, it was touching. And as soon as I saw that lay down over the top, I thought, wow, That's actually like, you know, the ears of corn. If I had a few more of the, not ears of corn, the seeds on the ears of wheat, and putting that way, it just looked like, it reminded me of it. I mean, it really reinforced the fact that we are that seed that we've had planted. We are the seed. We are what has grown from that seed, you know, as far as our birth and growing up in our families and moving forward in our lives. Oh, I do hope that I've got sound. Just reminded me, have I done a sound check? Yeah, I do have the right microphone in. Goodness. I did a video the other day that was entirely without sound, and I had everything on, and I don't know why it didn't pick up the sound. Just for some reason it didn't. So as we're taking this planting of the seed and growing us and moving ourselves out and into our world as we are now. I mean, I've been around for a few years now, so I can say, well, when actually is the harvest? For me, in this context of how we grow our lives and how we are moving into each and every part of what that presentation of us as the plant growing and moving towards our harvest, I do think that that probably is that returning home, so that we have that birth is the planting the seed. We live our life as we're growing our seed to that fruit into the next round of the fruit. I mean, sometimes these seeds could be what we're growing that do fall into the ground as our children, and it continues that cycle. But we as ourselves, as the plant for the wheat, that we're going to be harvested at the next generation, and then further on as we pass into the next realm on our death, that we then, there is that next growth, the next pathway, or our life into the next life, or whatever way that you that you're getting your messages as to how you're receiving that. Okay, so tune into that. How are you living your best life to create your best harvest? Okay, to create a full harvest, a beautiful harvest. Now, as we're looking at these 4 cards that I've laid out, that, you know, for me, it's a bit like the compass, you know, the earth, air, water. Oh, gee, what is the other one? The ether. Earth, air, water, and fire. So there's the 4 types of energies that we have in that. You know, in other understandings, I think the Chinese have 5 because metal's in there as well. And there's just so many different ways of gaining our direction and our knowing. So what I would like us to consider as part of our knowing is we have an absolute abundance. This coin card here, that's money, it is the flow of energy that is our abundance. So that, with the wheat card attack, you know, as far as that overall energy for the wheat card, wow, what a powerful confirmation there too. And that we're going to be experiencing that in our home space, because this is the home. As grand as it looks, it can be meek and humble. It doesn't matter. Our home is where our heart is. It's where we live most of our life, really, is that home space. Create it as you need it to be for your life. We're going to be moving into that is, the spider web is keeping it clean and tidy as well, but it's not that. The web is the magic that is woven from the spider. You watch a web being woven and you see how intricate and how detailed and how necessary each and every one of those little connections is, and how that magic is when you see you know, something trapped in it. That's that cycle of life and moving it round so that the spider herself or himself can actually feed. And then, you know, it continues on with that cycle in the birth or hatching or whatever they do. I think it's hatching. Actually, I'm not sure with spiders. I think it's eggs, spider eggs, and they hatch. And anyway, that it continues that cycle like the wheat gives us. You're setting the space and place of what is needed to continue on that cycle. And this is what that web is. Create your magic around your home space there so that you can continue that pathway of what is for you. It could be the new pathway. It could be the new birth in your family. It could be because the pram is a new pathway. It's something new. It's a growing of newness. And it can mean baby, but it's also the maneuverability of a pram in being able to go any direction. Like the spider weaves that web in that wonderful pattern of what looks like a circle for most of them, but it can be any direction that's necessary. So too can the pram be moved around in whatever direction is necessary, but it's a new pathway we're forging. So it's something that even the seed that we're planting now for that future, it really is that forging a new pathway, because it still needs to grow its roots into Mother Earth. It still needs to have that sunshine and the water and the nurturing, weeding around it if it's what's needed. All those processes and parts of creating this magic, like the web being woven. From what I understand, most spider webs are gone by the morning. Some actually reuse the web, eat it for, and then rebuild it overnight again. It's all different species, all different things that are needed. It doesn't matter whether it's a wheat or what sort of seed it is that we're planting, but we need to be putting that into our energies and following what our pathway is. And pushing forward onto creating new ones that are that pram. So tune into your energies and have that little time of meditation that you can connect with your spiritual guides, your beingness, that inner you, and really suss out what you're wanting in your life to be able to plant the right seeds as well, and moving that forward in your day. And for today, allow that time that is some relaxing time as well with family and friends. Being Sundays, most traditions have a day of rest of some form. If today is that, rest well. If it's work that you're needing to be doing, well, do it well. So you know that what you're planting each and every moment by being present in your day, that you are actually creating that forward fruits and harvest for yourself. So just let it be that you're being the best that you can be. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I may yet pop in again later on today with some curiosity tea cards readings. I just lost the oomph yesterday. I think I'd overdone a little bit with the back and doing the mowing and all that stuff. So, hey, we need our rest, don't we? So be the best you, keep onwards. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, hopefully at the 8 o'clock, and namaste. Or a bit earlier tomorrow morning, back to volunteering again, now that my back feels a little better. So thank you. Thank you for being here right now. Namaste.